Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going on an adventure to one of the most amazing places on Earth, Yellowstone National Park. It's famous for its incredible geysers, like Old Faithful, and its beautiful hot springs. But did you know that underneath all that beauty lies something huge and powerful? We're talking about the Yellowstone Supervolcano. Now I know what you're thinking. A supervolcano? That sounds scary. And you're right, the word itself is pretty dramatic. But today, we're going to uncover the real story, separate the facts from the fiction, and understand what's really happening deep beneath the ground. Think of it like being a science detective. We're going to look at the clues and figure out the mystery of this sleeping giant. So grab your explorer's hat, because we're diving deep into the heart of Yellowstone. First, let's talk about what a supervolcano even is. Imagine a regular volcano, like a mountain that can spit out lava. Now picture something way, way bigger. A supervolcano isn't a pointy mountain. Instead, it's a massive underground chamber filled with magma, which is just a fancy word for melted rock. This chamber is so huge it can be dozens of miles wide. The ground above it, which is where Yellowstone Park is called a caldera. It's like a giant bowl-shaped dent in the earth, left behind by an ancient, massive eruption. So, how do we know it's there? Scientists are like doctors for the Earth. They use special tools to listen to the planet's heartbeat and take its temperature. One of their most important tools is a seismometer. These are super-sensitive instruments that can feel the ground shake. Yellowstone has thousands of tiny earthquakes every year. Most are so small you wouldn't even feel them, but the seismometers pick them up. These little rumbles tell scientists that things are moving around down there, which is totally normal for a place like Yellowstone. Another clue is the ground itself. Scientists use GPS, just like the one in your parents' car, to measure if the ground is moving up or down. Sometimes the ground at Yellowstone rises a little bit, and sometimes it sinks. This breathing happens because the magma deep below is shifting, or hot water and steam are moving around. Think of it like a cake rising in the oven. When the magma chamber gets a little more heat or pressure, the ground above it puffs up. When things cool down, it settles back down. It's a slow, gentle process, usually just a few inches over many years. And of course, there are the geysers and hot springs. All that hot water and steam shooting into the air is a direct sign of the immense heat below. The water seeps down into the ground, gets heated up by the magma chamber, and then rushes back to the surface. Old Faithful is like a giant teapot letting off steam. This is actually a good thing. It means the volcano is releasing pressure safely and steadily, instead of letting it all build up. So, the big question is it going to erupt? You might have seen scary movies or videos online saying it's about to blow. Well, let's look at what the experts say. Scientists at the Yellowstone Volcano Observatory watch the volcano 24/7. They've been studying it for decades, and they have a really good idea of what to look for. For a super-eruption to happen, a whole bunch of things would need to occur first, and they would be impossible to miss. First, we would see a massive increase in earthquakes. Not just a few more than usual, but swarms of powerful earthquakes happening constantly. The ground would shake so much that it would be obvious to everyone in the area. Second, the ground would start to rise dramatically. Not just a few inches over years, but several feet in a matter of months. This would be a clear sign that a huge amount of magma was pushing its way to the surface. Third, there would be huge changes in the geysers and hot springs. We might see new steam vents opening up, and the ground would get extremely hot in new places. The scientists who watch Yellowstone all day, every day, say that none of these things are happening. The volcano is active, yes, but it's behaving normally for a system of its size. The chance of a super-eruption happening in our lifetime is incredibly small. In fact, scientists say you're more likely to be hit by a giant asteroid than to see Yellowstone erupt. The last major eruption was over 640,000 years ago. To put that in perspective, that's long before the first modern humans even existed. These events are extremely rare. What's much more likely to happen is a smaller hydrothermal explosion or a lava flow. A hydrothermal explosion is when a pocket of hot water and steam explodes, which can throw rocks and mud a short distance. These happen every few years and are usually contained within a small area of the park. A lava flow would be bigger, where thick, slow-moving lava oozes out of the ground. While this would be a major event for the park, it wouldn't be the global catastrophe you see in movies. The last lava flow at Yellowstone was about 70,000 years ago. So the chilling truth about Yellowstone isn't that it's a ticking time bomb about to destroy the world. The real truth is that it's a fascinating, living, breathing geological wonder that scientists are learning more about every day. It reminds us how powerful our planet is, but it's not something to live in fear of. It's a natural laboratory where we can study the inner workings of the Earth. Yellowstone is an incredible place full of life and powered by the heat from below. The next time you see a picture of Old Faithful, don't think of it as a warning sign. Think of it as the planet letting off a little steam, showing us the amazing forces that have shaped our world over millions of years. It's a beautiful, dynamic system that is being watched carefully by the smartest people in the field. So, you can relax and just appreciate the wonder of it all. Thanks so much for joining our science adventure today. I hope this helped you understand the real story behind the Yellowstone Supervolcano. It's more awesome than scary, right? If you enjoyed this journey and learned something new, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more explorations into our amazing world. Let me know in the comments what other mysteries of the Earth you'd like us to investigate next. Stay curious, and we'll see you in the next video.